Your coaching toolbox is filled with a wide range of tools. The tools are packaged together to cover most of the immediate needs you'll encounter while working on your stuff, as well as provide long-term support and analysis. Each tool in your toolbox comes with comprehensive written instructions, as well as accompanying video content where necessary. When you process a lot on the mental and emotional levels, there's a bone in your skull called the sphenobasillar junction that gets stuck. The butterfly release is a 3 to 6 minute exercise that helps you release the SB junction or butterfly bone. It's great as an overall support tool as well as an on-the-go stress buster. Good for relieving headaches too. Every time you have some stress or shock, whether big or small, your body releases a slew of stress hormones that don't ever get turned off. So basically, unless you do something to turn those hormones off, you're just adding stress on top of stress on top of stress. Go Ape is a simple 1-minute exercise that will tell your body to turn off the stress hormones it's been producing. Even better, if you use Go Ape daily for a few weeks, you'll notice that it starts to dissolve your belly fat, because stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline make us carry belly fat. Based on the Ho'oponopono forgiveness practice, this kinetic or movement-based meditation tool allows you to forgive a person, concept, or theme. Simply upload a photo of the person or theme you're working with, and then use the sliders to navigate through the statements. This is great for when you need help but can't use sound resources. As you click through to each new part of the Ho'oponopono forgiveness statement, it's the kinetic or movement equivalent of saying the words out loud. So this is a great tool to use at work when your boss is driving you crazy, for example. Butterfly tapping is useful when you are shifting and working with statements, whether in session or on the go in daily life. A simplified version of body talk cortices tapping, butterfly tapping gives you a really easy mechanism to fix or release something and then to store that change. This tiny bit of extra effort can make the world of difference in whether or not you can accept that you have shifted something effectively. If you're feeling overwhelmed, whether from shifting and climbing into your stuff or from general day-to-day life, the butterfly stress switch is an acupressure-based tool that will help you normalize and balance your stress thresholds. Technically, the exercise brings the left and right, or female and male, halves of your system into balance, as this often gets thrown out of whack with mental and emotional tension. The butterfly stress switch can also be used as an on-the-go stress buster during your daily life. The butterfly hold is a way to speed up your overall rate of shifting, whether you want to go faster or shift something out more quickly. Another acupressure-based technique, this hold activates an acupressure point called the prime mover. In addition to all these tools and resources, we've also included a range of additional articles on shifting and healing. Each article will help you understand a concept and/or contains an additional tool you can use. All Life Coach's Toolbox tools, including your coaching toolbox, come in desktop, laptop, tablet, and mobile versions. Until this point, we've been enjoying the mobile view. To give you a full view of the additional tools, however, we're going to switch to the full desktop and laptop view. All of our tools work the same way on laptop or mobile views. If you run into a bigger roadblock or suddenly process an emotional thought that you need extra help with, you can visit the Big Gun Tools section. Here you will find tools to help you with forgiveness, letting go or surrendering, and working out priorities or sorting out a fight. You'll also find a range of visual color healing meditations that make use of the platonic solid shapes. Forgiveness is a really difficult practice, and sometimes you can't get your head into it or stay focused on what you're doing. The forgiveness video tool is designed to help you overcome this kind of roadblock by doing as much of the work for you as possible. All you have to do is upload a photo of the person or concept you're working with and then hit play on the video. Based on the Ho'oponopono forgiveness technique, the forgiveness video tool plays around the photo of the person and includes the statements as part of the design, so the words almost sink in subliminally. Your conscious mind and eyes and ears are kept busy by the video design, while the words are more in your peripheral vision. This means that they can sink into your unconscious and really bring you healing relief. The Let It Go tool is another kinetic or movement-based meditation tool. Once again, you begin by uploading a picture of the person or theme you need to let go of. Now, when you mouse over the picture, you will be able to erase it. The aim is for you to sit and erase the entire picture, putting out a physical action that represents the change you want to see in your life. Because the action is physical and your conscious mind is engaged, it will be significantly easier for you to stay focused on what you are doing. At the end, the result will be that the person or theme is completely gone off the page. This means that you see results that help you accept this change as permanent in your life. The Priorities tool is primarily a comparison and analysis tool that you can use to compare yourself to someone else, but it does have other applications. For example, if you're in a fight or have a difference of opinion with someone, you can do a point-by-point analysis of the differences between you to isolate what the core issue actually is. You can similarly do a values comparison of up to 4 people if you're dealing with a group situation. And if you're working alone, you can even use the tool to create a to-do list. The Priorities tool offers you an unlimited amount of fields to use, because you can add as many as you need. In addition, all the fields can be dragged around and reordered. As you play with the draggable fields and compare the points one by one, you are really able to drill down to the core of many relationship and communication issues. Once you've finished reordering and working with your lists, you will be able to generate the lists to see them from a fresh perspective. This results view is also editable. Just click and type wherever you want to. Once you've finished any edits that this fresh view triggers, you can save your notes to PDF or copy them to clipboard and then paste them somewhere else for use later on. The chakra visual meditation tools enable you to apply targeted healing for specific chakras and targeted areas of focus through the use of platonic solid shapes and color healing. Each of the visual meditation tool pages contains a selection of preset colors that includes the chakra range of colors. Details of the preset colors are also included, such as the healing application, meanings associated to those colors, and whether or not it is linked to a specific chakra. Likewise, each of the Platonic solids heals a specific area and has targeted applications. The spiral visual meditation serves to calm you and remind you that there is balance and harmony in life. The hexahedron visual meditation aligns to the earth element and so is great for survival and money issues. The icosahedron is linked to water and the second or sacral chakra and governs issues of creativity and change. The octahedron visual meditation is associated to air and reflects energies such as compassion and understanding. Finally, the tetrahedron visual meditation can be used to represent the element of fire and governs your personal power and elements like rapid and transformative change. The tools for deeper analysis are derived from the work of Sir David Hawkins and his research into kinesiology. If you'd like to grow faster, we strongly recommend reading his pivotal book, Power versus Force. Power versus Force is a truly life-changing book, and not only because it is shown to push you 30 to 35 points up the human consciousness scale. To put this in context, most people never rise more than 10 points up the scale in their entire lives. Hawkins' work contains two key elements we'll be focusing on in our tools: the human consciousness scale and the list of power patterns. The human consciousness scale is both a map of human evolution as well as a way to quantify our level of development and how far we still need to go. Your coaching toolbox includes a simple test that will calculate your current and overall levels on the human consciousness scale based on a few statements you select. There are two ways to use the tool. First, to reach for the highest statements you understand, and second, to answer impulsively based on how you feel right now. The first approach will show you overall the highest levels of development, while the second will tell you where you are right now, in terms of the level you are operating at currently. The results layout shows you an overall score as well as the score you achieved in 6 areas of focus. If you take the lowest of those 6 scores and you see what the emotions listed are on the scale for that score, you'll quickly be able to ascertain your current biggest weaknesses. You can then leverage this weakness to trigger transformative growth. The power patterns list is the second area we'll be focusing on. It is said that simply reading this list of duality patterns raises you 30 points up the scale. This makes this a great tool to use at least once, but something you can come back to whenever you need a boost. In light of this, we've given you a number of different ways to see the list so that you can use something different if you need to use the tool repeatedly. Each time you go back and read the power patterns list, you will grow. It's a fact. Read Power versus Force and you'll understand why. The first power patterns tool you'll encounter is the plain power patterns list itself. We've also included a video of the power patterns if you'd like a more visual display. In the second view of the power patterns, we've included the meanings and definitions of the power patterns words. In the third view for power patterns, you'll find a list of practical, real-life examples of how the power patterns play out. The fourth Power Patterns view will show you positive and negative expressions of each of the patterns listed. The fifth Power Patterns tool is an interactive click and type tool where you can complete your own statements to check your understanding of the power patterns. The value of this exercise is the time you spend thinking about and verbalizing the meanings you've reached about the power patterns. This exercise can be repeated many times, and you will see marked changes in your understanding of the power patterns as you evolve and grow. This also makes this a great way for you to benchmark the changes in yourself and see how much you've grown. The sixth Power Patterns tool is about analyzing yourself and/or comparing yourself to others in your life. As you scroll through the list, you'll be able to select checkboxes that show you the positive and negative pattern aspects that you have, potentially compared to another. Once you've made all your selections, click Generate Results, and the results view will show you a side-by-side comparison of the positive and negative aspects of yourself and the other person. So you can compare your positive traits to another's, or your positives and negatives, or both your negatives, whatever you need. This works particularly well if you diligently assign positive and negative characteristics for each of the people. This way, your comparisons will line up for easy analysis, and the insights can be mind-blowing at times.